Hi, my name is Naquib Azlan. I race in both the virtual world and the real world for Toyota Gazoo Racing Malaysia. I'm 22 years old this year and I started sim racing around 4 years ago, which I think by sim racing standards was quite late, considering there were drivers out there who had started many years prior to that, and also because the sim racing scene was already booming at that time. But I managed to get the most out of that in that short space of time. My first ever sim racing competition was back in 2018 during the KL International Motor Show at MyTech. This is where Race Room and Petronas had a collaboration and had an entire stage dedicated to this tournament. My brothers and I saw that and got interested, so we decided, you know what, why not go for it? I didn't expect much from it because I never had entered a competition at that time, but it turned out way better than expected. I came second in my own pro category, while my younger brothers, Nabil and Nazmeh, they won their own open respective categories. It was really unexpected because, you know, we were just three newbies coming to the scene, but I'd have to say it's an amazing journey. So after that first race, we didn't really think much about it. We just continued with our lives, playing games as fun as normal. But when the pandemic came along in 2020, I joined my first ever online competition. We sort of just kept on with the sim racing just to kill some time while under lockdown because there was nothing else better to do. But actually we performed quite well in that first competition and then started to get to know Alex a bit more and then started training with him under Axel Sports. From then on, started to win a bit more too. And then the jewel in the crown came. A chance to represent Malaysia in the 2020 24 Hours of Le Mans Virtual, biggest sim racing event at that time, I think, because it was a race which consisted of F1 drivers such as Max Verstappen and Lando Norris and many others, and it was a real surreal experience that I'll never forget because we dream about racing against F1 drivers, and to have that opportunity was insane. And at the same time, while all that was happening, came my transition from virtual to reality. I was selected in the inaugural Toyota Gazoo Racing Rookies Class program. Competing in a hotly contested class to a boot, it was a competition consisting of drivers, best karters from Malaysia, as well as sim racers. Won the championship at the end, so yeah, that was nice. Actually, sim racing has provided me with insane amount of solid basics in terms of driving and also racecraft as well. I think what you learn from the sim is completely transferable into real world because exactly what you do on the sim, from the steering input, your brake, your throttle, everything can be transferred into the real world. The only difference is that in the real world you have the sensation of the speed, you have the G-forces, you have the heat, especially here in Malaysia, which is crazy hot, but it really helps enhance your driving skills, especially because you have just so much time to do everything. And because of that, because of the sim racing experience, with all that I learned, I actually managed to win back-to-back championships. I managed to win the Rookie Class Championship. I also managed to win the Sporting Class Championship last year, and now this year, hoping to make a hat-trick of championship wins by winning the Super Sporting Class this year. My advice would be to start on the Sims. It's a much lower entry cost in terms of budget-wise. It's so cheap and easy to get into, everyone can do it. You have so much freedom of time as well to do all the training and learning the basics of racing. You can also start entering competitions like Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup Malaysia. It's a great way to compete against some of the best in the nation and prove your worth. From there you can start finding out on how to transfer into the real world. And if you want to have a taste on what sim racing is like, make sure to come down to the semi-finals and finals on the 19th and 20th of August at Sunway Pyramid or watch the live streams online.